Tim Duncan will be going for his 5th NBA title in his illustrious career. Could he be considered the best power forward of all time? I'm Melanie Collins, joined by NBA analyst Greg Anthony. Greg, he's a 2-time MVP, a 3-time Finals MVP to go along with those 4 rings. Could a 5th title make him the greatest power forward of all time?
I don't think there's any doubt that he's the best to ever play that position. I think the other thing you got to remember, he's been the most dominant two-way player at the power forward position. You know, you've been able to run your offense through him because of the ability to play with his back to the basket. But more importantly, and probably even more impressively for me, is that he has been so dynamic and dominant as a defender, as a rim protector. The only other guy, for my money, who's ever done it at that level for an entire career is Michael Jordan. So that, I think, in and of itself gives a lot of praise to just how great Tim Duncan is. And his legacy, while it continues to be written, I don't think there's any doubt that he is the best to ever man the helm of that power forward position in the NBA.
Well, it's been 14 years since he won his first NBA title. How has he evolved as a player to stay relevant in the NBA?
Well, for me, I think it starts with him being a great teammate and leader. You know, the skill set is what it is, and obviously it's diminished some. Father Time is undefeated. There's no doubt about that. But, you know, as you get older, you have to figure out other ways to impact the game, and you have to do things that don't necessarily always show up in the box score. And I think this past series was a perfect example of that. You know, he couldn't dominate a game for 48 minutes the way he has in the past, but you think about those 2 overtime games that they beat Memphis, he was the best player on the floor. So for stretches, he's still able to go out and carry a team, but the defense remains consistent. And the fact that he can play so well with the Tony Parker, Manu Ginobili, he's never really overshadowed them. He's willingly wanted those guys to take more responsibility, and some of those other young players, Kawhi Leonard comes to mind. So I just think that's part of the brilliance of his greatness. It's all about winning for Tim Duncan, and I think that's why his record is so incredible over the course of his tenure.
Greg Anthony, thanks so much. This is Yahoo Sports.